Myself podcast. It's currently Tuesday, May 16th, 1:18 p.m., and Bossman's gonna get to work.
Me versus Myself podcast, episode 101. Welcome back. This is season 2 now of Me versus Myself podcast, and thank you for those who showed support on episode 100. It was really cool to celebrate that culmination with you guys of me stepping in to what is now season 2. And as I've tried to keep honing in this voice, right, and I try to keep tailoring what I'm saying to find my audience. I look forward to the people that have followed me from the beginning, for you guys to, connect with the people that are new, connect with the people who I'm going to bring on here so that we can keep growing this relationship in both ways. I think that I myself haven't relied much on my neighboring people, but I really am looking into pivoting towards helping more people out in that way so that when I go ahead and how would you explain it? Okay, so that when we go ahead and start having these podcast people on, you guys can not only communicate with them but also connect with them. Like, these are by me bringing these people into our network. I hope that it brings them with a little bit closer within. It brings them within reach than maybe they had otherwise not have been. So when you see me have my friends on, my brother on, cousins on, it's an attempt at bridging the gap between my world personally and also sharing that with the community that we've been building for the past couple of months. Today I posted a short form video. Excuse me. Ooh, I had a really nasty drink earlier, and it's a detox formula for to get you sorted out. We'll say that. And I just took a burp and it came up all at one fucking quick burp, and that's not yummy. But yeah, Me versus Myself podcast. I had the idea of posting this last week, because I posted Me versus Myself 100 episode on, I want to say, last Sunday or last Monday. So I knew that by Wednesday already I was already thinking of posting, but for whatever reason I didn't set the time to. And one of the things I'm really working on right now, because I've noticed that one of the things I'm working on right now, because I've noticed, is my lack of, or I'm holding myself accountable on a more rigid set way, maybe. I'm being more intentional with what I'm looking to do, and then I'm setting the outside environment to mirror that, so that I can gain more perspective, gain more confidence in knowing that, okay, these are the things that I'm working on, and if I keep working at them, I will obtain results. And I heard something today that made me question myself and think about whether or not I want to be, how I can go about removing the emotions that I deal with when it comes to outreaching for my business. And outreach, for those who don't know, outreach is kind of tedious because you're taking the time to reach out to everybody, right? I'm taking the time to go and look for these people. Shout out Abuelo Ignacio. I'm taking the time to look for these people and then reach out to them, and in a way that makes them feel like, hey, I'm not just trying to sell you something. And that's my struggle. I've struggled in that way where I can't bridge I'm saying I can't. I should. I've had difficulty looking for the right way to message someone and it not seem sales. I know it's the way that I show up. It has something to do with it. I know recently the way and the times that I do show up in my business is out of lack, or out of a begging kind of scarce mindset. And I also heard about the power of doing things with love, and the power of kind of doing things with intention, because I care about the result rather than just what's in it for me. And looking to change that mindset a little bit and tweak that, because I'm coming from a more servanthood way of looking at the world instead of the world owes me things. And through servanthood, I know that one day you will be repaid, and that's kind of that's what it's about when it comes to being servant or servanthood. And I've always been that kind of person, and I like to think that I'm that kind of person. So it makes sense to me to think that I want to keep being a person of service. And well, truthfully, yeah, I just understand that. Like, there's a lot of value there in being a person that pays it forward, that does things for people, that takes on responsibility for people. And I really admire people who do that. I admire myself because I've also been that person. And I think through paying it forward and setting yourself up in that way, paying it forward and not being so self-centered and only really operating for you, I've realized that when I'm selfless and when I'm more giving, when I'm more abundant, everything just flows out of me. Whether it's my love, it's my communicating, it's whether that's my just my embodiment of love. I'm really grateful for the experiences, though. Seriously, it's really cool that we're 101 episodes in, and I know I can't keep saying that. Oh, how crazy! We're 102 episodes, 103 episodes in, but we really are in the top 1% of podcasts because technically not many podcasts have made it past episode 100. So that makes us in the exclusive 100 episode club. And it's kind of crazy to think, like, wow, it's only been 100 episodes, but yet, I can still I can probably still make 100 episodes this year and then be at 200 at the end of the year, which is cool, which isn't a goal I've thought of yet, but now that I say that, it is kind of like, we could be on track to get 200. Obviously, the weeks are passing, so if it's about posting one a week, you probably have to go double a week, 2 times a week, but it's for sure possible. I'm pretty sure there's still more, at least 50 weeks in this year. Maybe not. Probably not. But hey, if I can make, I don't know. That's not really, like I said, that's not a goal I had thought of or had been working on yet. But as I said that, it was like, that would seem interesting. But it wouldn't really make much of a difference, to be honest. Right now, that's not really where I feel like most effort should be directed at. I know I want to help. I want to build out infrastructure so that it's not just me. It's not just me who posts the podcast. It's not just me that knows how I edit my podcast. It's not just me who makes clips for them or listens to it and has to cut it up and then has to make the clips and then has to save the clips and then has to post the clips. Like, no, I want a team. I want people helping me out, and that team's going to cost money, and that's okay. That's going to cost money. It's just more so it is so that we can better know. We can better operate. I think that's a better way of looking at it. Like, it would help the operation. Like, not only would I feel more comfortable bringing people in because I'm not having to worry about making it run, whether my phone has enough storage, and whether or not, like, the video cuts out, whether or not the audio sounds good, and more so just worry about showing up, filming, and meeting my guest here on my podcast date, and then going from there. Like, truthfully, yeah, going from there, like, and there's no reason why that can't be a reality, especially because the reality of being 100 episodes in sets me so much farther apart than every other podcaster too. It's like, dude, like, you totally could set yourself up, and if you want to reinvest into your brand, that's why you're working the job, that's why you're working on the agency, that's why you're building up talent, and that's why you're serving clients so that you can help people and in terms help yourself. Because I've been working manually for 2 weeks, and thankfully these 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, I didn't go because I have to again sort out this physical test that I'm about to take later today in a little bit. But yeah, I should be back either before the end of the week or within a couple of days. I should be back and ready to rock officially in the company that I've been working in. Whew. Whew, which is crazy. It's it's interesting, it's scary, it's kind of makes me nervous, it kind of makes me fucking cringe a little bit because I think of fuck, that's gonna be a grind, but at the same time, it's like, dude, like I'm at that age, you know, I'm at the age where I can really put my head down, and I know that by working manually, I'm not gonna come out of riches. I'm not gonna come out of a lack of money or a lack of, but this is seriously like a good runway for me to take off. Like there's definitely enough space. There's definitely it's not long enough for me to like catch enough wind to really take off. And this opportunity spawned in because of my dad's work for the majority of our lives. And there is parallels within the permaculture stuff I see myself doing. There's permaculture principles that I look to practice as well. I look to like learn and identify names of plants and species and trees. So it's kind of like I guess it feels a little bit like fuck, like a little overwhelming because I didn't really ever think this would be part of my path, but yet I kind of adopted it. And 2 weeks in, like I said, it's not too bad. And it is a hard, it is stressful. It is having to wake up every day and show up every day, but that's the practice that I need to put into the discipline I need to put into my business, the discipline I need to really make my life different, really change my life if I want to. It's showing up every day, whether I'm fucking tired, whether I slept or not. No, because it's not just me, it's exterior things, exterior reinforcements. Like there's people that are working with me, they are doing the same job as me, that are working on the same job or working on similar tasks to affect the main the main job, the main objective. But when it comes to how it comes to be sorry, oh, I forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah, it's just I know that that's not the way out. Like for sure, like me being there for 10 plus years is not the way out. But there is 2 years of learning, 3 years of learning, of using tools, of using like machinery, of understanding this, of watching that, of taking direction, of learning names, of learning prices, of learning value of inventory, of learning how to sell things, of learning, oh shit, this works better for my business. And again, like it's not a negative thing. It just is, and that's okay because it just is, and it's just being. But it's kind of like, whoa, it's really in motion, and that's why taking this physical test is kind of like, okay, like, yes sir, this is for real, like we're ready for this shit, ready to take off. And also I'm getting my wisdom teeth removed soon. It took 2 weeks. Not looking forward for that. Not really looking forward to that, but I don't know. Fuck it though. That's what we gotta do. I got an infection right here, so I gotta remove all 4 of them, or else I'm just gonna be waiting, and then these are gonna come out again, probably get infected, and then so that's what's a little bit unfortunate. And I feel like it's gonna be irritating. I already know I'm not gonna get to enjoy my food. I might have to fucking switch things up. Have to be cleaning it out. Like all that shit makes me feel like don't really want to do all that. Don't really want to do all that. But Millie and Luna are in the mix. You already know how they do every fucking episode. They cause some ruckus. I actually need a pee too, so I might just take a break really quick. I never actually done that before, where I pause the video and then I pick it up where we were. But how cool, dude. This podcast has evolved a lot, and I think it's really cool that it's like my skill set has evolved, like my producer skill set, like getting comfortable with the software, to learning how to use Audacity a little bit, understanding it to do the basic functions I need, to having a little system when it comes to editing the podcast, of how I get the audio to the PC, to the phone. Like, it's cool to like the microphone on an arm to now a pop filter, because when I say the P sound, it maybe makes a spike in the audio. But yeah, dude, it's really interesting that this podcast journey has been an ongoing developing idea, and it's really something I'm proud of, that I've shown up for, that we've made it a reality when it comes to, this vision I had once caught a glimpse of. To think that we're now in season 2, chapter 2 of that, and moving forward and looking into getting guests on Ahora Sí officially, officially at least once per week we're having somebody on here, whether that's a Zoom call, whether that's, hey, you want to come and meet up and talk on the mic, fuck it. Like, that's a little bit nervous. It makes me a little nervous, not gonna lie to you, but fuck it. Like, what can we do? Oh my god. Excuse me, that's so nasty. I just burped in your guys' ears like that. I'm so sorry that you guys heard. That's the worst moment on this podcast. Oh, that fucking detox I was telling you guys is not the move. But it better be the move, because we're going to find out if it's clean. So, fuck me, dude. I'm excited. I'm nervous. Today's been cool. And yeah, not trying to feed into any sort of self-pity that I may feel. Throughout the course of the day, I may catch myself thinking like, when, or man, like the day's ruined. Man, I'm not doing enough. It's like, dude, stop bitching and do shit then. Like, what? Like, why are you complaining and not doing anything about it? So, that's something that's like, dude, I need to not fucking worry about that, because it's not it's not something we're worrying about right now. But I don't know, me versus myself podcast. I wish I gave it a little bit more thought, to be honest. It was like an impromptu little recording episode, because I wanted to check in with everybody. But yeah, like I said, I got the wisdom teeth thing going on. My mouth's hurting a little bit. Started a new job, so hopefully, I'll be a little bit busier, but hopefully still, because I am working and because I am generating income and because I am, creating a reserve for myself to feed into for my ideas. It is something that's like, whoa, hell yeah, like, this is gonna be cool. And by leveraging my money, leveraging digital time, leveraging people, we're on the glimpse of seeing something that I've believed in for a while, and I've just not given time to actually think about, hey, like, what is it that you are looking for? Because I've known for a while, okay, we're on this path, yes, we're chasing these things, but why? And now it's like, oh no, like, it's leading up to this, it's leading up to you. Maybe you've believed it, maybe you haven't believed it, but more so now, it's like, if you believe it and you do it, you will have it. Instead of believing it and not doing it, or believing it and trying to do it, it's like believing it and doing it, and you have it. So the only reason that this thing doesn't work out, the only reason it doesn't go my way, is because of the way I show up about it. And whether I'm working a job, that's not an excuse to be like, oh, well, I don't have time to leverage my business anymore because I'm so comfortable with just surviving, because I'm not comfortable with surviving. And surviving off manual labor is not the fucking move, because what's going to happen when you're not able to use your body? Oh, we don't need you anymore. Whether you stretched, whether you didn't stretch, whether you took care of your body, whether you're unhealthy, whether you're fat, whether you're skinny. Yeah. Like, when they're done, they're going to be like, hey, we don't need you anymore. And that's it. They're like, okay. We don't need you. And I really want to make sure that by the time I decide, hey, I don't really want to do this anymore, I have the freedom to choose to go and serve the business that's providing me and my family the income we're looking to grab. And we're looking to generate this income through service, like I was telling you. Service-based business model. Service-based business model, helping people promote themselves and get leads and close deals at the same time. So that's what I'm working on helping people with. I think this episode's about 20 minutes in. That's kind of what I was aiming at. I was aiming at 20 to 30. Again, I didn't think too much. Not much is going on, and I didn't really think of too much to talk to you guys about. But I will be starting to ask you guys questions again, so you guys can reach out to me. If you have a question or you have an idea of something you'd like to hear from me or an opinion you'd like to know of, let me know it down below. Let me know whether that's on Instagram, TikTok, or wherever you watch this Spotify. And if you see this clip on TikTok, then yeah, find us on Spotify. But thank you for watching episode 101 of Me vs. Myself podcast. And the next couple episodes you'll probably realize you will see as interviews. I said it, so I have to complete my mission and keep my word with you. Goodbye. I love you all so much.